Alright, welcome back. We got another Zerg v Zerg. This one is a lot closer. This is actually, it's not the second round. The second round, the way this tournament works is you've got, your first round is typically mostly full, and then your second round will have about half of the people have a bye in the second round because you can't fill a full 128 spots because you've got a round of, it goes your finals, which is 2, your round of 4, round of 8, round of 16, 32, 64, and 128. And you're not going to always have a perfectly even number. So we had more than 64 this time. So we had to put some people in the round of 128. And I actually played someone in the round of 28. And the guy that had a bye that was supposed to play me in the round of 64 was a no-show. So I got into the round of 32 by only winning one game, which, that's not a huge deal. As I said, this is a little bit more close to the game. Chatting it up a little bit. I'm doing my same build. It's a pretty dang good build against Zerg. I was chatting with this guy in the stream. He actually looks like he does a 12 pool, which is interesting. I don't know why you would want to get it that early. I guess queen timing's a little early, or I don't know. I put my pool down at 13 with my extractor at 15. I guess he's got a different build. If it works for him, great. Anyway, I was chatting him up in this, and he said that he's not very comfortable in Zerg v Zerg, which, I was there a while ago. I recently promoted into the Platinum League. I was in a high gold playing Platinums. And just real quick here, just always remember to put your guys on the gas right as soon as it hits, and to build your queen as soon as your spawning pool pops. Seconds count, especially in Zerg versus Zerg matches. So, the supplies are even, very similar builds. He's popping out 4 Zerglings, and I've just got, just keep droning up. Unit count station, you'll look, I'm a drone ahead, and he's got 2 drones ahead. He's got 4 Zerglings, so, it's going to be just about even because you've got the larva. This build that I do, it's around a 20 to 23, depending on what you decide to do when you put down your expansion. I believe, yeah, there's the drone going to put that down right now. So I did this one at 20, and it's hard to say whether that's a good call or a bad call. You have to always make some attacking units, and I have not put any. Let's see. Oh, I'm just putting my first 2 Zerglings down, and he's got 6 on his way to my expansion. So, I'm not sure if it was a good call to put this down early. Would I rather have them distracted on my hatchery while I'm building more lings, or would I rather have them in my base harassing my drone line? It's kind of a trade-off. I get this cancel, get the drone away. I actually believe I saved the drone. So I bring my queen and my 2 Zerglings, which should be able to hold off these Zerglings, plus 6 more Zerglings hatch. So this queen isn't going to take any damage. I'm able to chase these Zerglings out of my main, and I believe I put down my hatch again. Yep, there it goes. I brought 1 roach out just in case he was going to continue to put on his ling pressure, which he did not do. So right now I'm just building up my army, playing a little bit conservative. My hatch is delayed because obviously he put on that pressure, which was a really good call by him. He was actually able to put his hatch down at the same time I did. Looks like actually a very similar build to what I'm doing. He does have a spine crawler going down, and I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that or not. Some people will put that spine crawler down to protect against harassment, but the way I play defensive until I can deal the final blow. And at that point, the 1 spine crawler is not going to be doing you much good. As you can see, I've got plenty of drones here. This looks like just about enough to split between my 2 bases as soon as my hatch hatches. Anyway, my roach is popping. I've got the speed upgrade on my links, so be able to deny any kind of harassment going on here. I believe I've stopped mining my gas. Yes. And I've got, oh, 6 roaches with 50 gas left. So I have 2 more roaches to build, which looks like I have not built those yet. Supply blocked. You know, it's typical to get supply blocked in this because your roaches take a lot of supply. You know, you're building your roach, you're taking 2 supply, whereas a zergling is 1 supply per 2 lings. Always a good idea to snipe that overlord. That supply blocked him, forces him to build 2 overlords, one just to get back, and then his next one to be able to build any additional units. So it looks like I've split my drones. I've got 12 here and 10 here. And you know, it's not that big a deal. It would be better if I split it exactly in half, but you're not always going to be able to do that. So I'm bringing my units up across the map. He does have the scout with the overlord, so he knows kind of what's coming. He's got 4 roaches and a bunch of lings. Tries to draw me in, but you know, you got to have better micro than that if you're going to be able to win in these games. So I bring in my units. He's pretty good at coming over. He burrows this spine crawler. Not sure if that was the greatest idea. I'm bringing in my roaches and lings, and I'm able to believe, well, the spine crawlers don't do anything, and you really need your spine crawler to be dealing some damage. So I believe I've killed just about all his units, and there goes his spine crawler. And you know, at this point he's got 3 roaches in his main, and I'm killing his expansion. I'm expansion up on him, and I have units constantly streaming. 26 zerglings on the way. He's got 4 roaches and 4 lings. He's getting his +1 upgrade, but you know, with only 6 roaches, is it really going to do that much good? And it's not even going to be done by the time his roaches are, okay, it's done right now, and his roaches are gone right now. So you know, that +1 upgrade is not going to do any good unless you can hold off any attacks until they come, or until those upgrades are done. So if you look, I still have 6 roaches and almost all my lings, and my lings numbers are dwindling because, as you'll see, as the lings engage the opponent's lings or the opponent's roaches, the lings are the what dies. And there goes his GG, and that'll be the end of the game. So a little bit closer on that one. Still, you know, not very competitive. It's a very strong build. You've got continuous zerglings pumping, and we've got 14 on the way. Pretty good at getting my spawn larvas down. Ironically, this one actually has more this game. Did worse on my expansion. But really, with that timing attack, it never really was an option. And what you have to do when you're playing StarCraft is you've got to know the units that you're playing with. If you're playing a Zergling Roach build, you've got to know that your Roaches are what deal the damage, and your Zerglings are what absorb the damage. Zerglings are cheap. You get 4 Zerglings for 100 minerals, and a Roach costs 75 minerals, 25 gas. And gas is pretty hard to come by early game in Zerg. So if you can have your Zerglings taking the damage and your Roaches dealing damage, and then just continually replenishing your Zerglings, your Roaches are going to continuously, through the whole battle, be able to do the damage, while the Zerglings are just pumping in and keeping on coming and consistently or constantly taking that damage from the other player. Anyway, this was like I said, the 3rd round of the Rising Madness tournament. I believe that's the round of 32. Yes, that's the round of 32, and I was able to make it there. So I'll advance into the round of 15. I'll be showing you guys the next game coming up here in just a bit. Thanks for watching.